Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandi Matson with eXp Realty, and today's guest is Kelly Dooley. He is a local Houston loan originator with Cardinal Financial. Kelly, thank you for being here today and talking to us about how to get qualified for a loan.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Sandi. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to see you and get to visit a little bit. Excuse me. But yes, today we're going to talk about the approval process and what it takes to get approved. So many people, obviously, they want to buy a house, but they don't know where to start. So really, the way it works, and you have to remember, all lenders are held to the same government guidelines. It's not a lender specific thing. These are guidelines the whole country and all lenders have to follow. Okay, so there's a couple things we look at. I know a common subject is credit score or FICO score. Really, it's 620 is the score that people really need to achieve to get to. And when I say that, there's there's three credit bureaus, and we take the middle score. So that's the score we're going to go off of. So you have a high score, a low score, and then the middle score. So that's the score we're going to use. So try to get that middle score to 620 or higher. Can we go below 620? We can, but it makes it a lot more difficult. It's a more expensive loan. It's a lot of manual underwriting. So really, for purposes of this call, 620 is the magic number. Okay. Second, work history. So we go back 2 years of work history for the applicants. And it doesn't mean that the same job for 2 years. It means consistent work for 2 years. You could have 4 or 5 jobs in that 2-year time frame as long as it's consistent. And also, it doesn't have to be the same line of work either.
Okay.
So really, when it comes to that, it's either 2 years of W-2 income or 2 years of 1099. Okay. It can't be a combination of both. So if you are working at a convenience store for 1 year at a W-2 job, and then you switch to contract labor 1099, the clock's going to start over. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's very important to realize that. Mm-hmm. 2 years of either or. All right. And then the third thing, the other thing we look at is obviously how much money do you have saved up? Okay, that's, when you buy a house, there's the down payment part, and then there's the closing costs. All right. Yeah. So you put those two figures together, and that's how much it costs to buy a house. I know in another segment, we're going to talk about the different loan programs and the costs associated with that. But for today's call, I know we're just talking about the qualifying process. So credit score, 620, 2-year work history, and how much money do you have saved up? Now, a lot of people, they're self-employed. That's great. That's fine. There's different types of jobs out there. When it comes to self-employed folks, listen, I know sometimes you may write off a lot of things, which is fine. That's the benefit of being self-employed.
Right.
So your reportable income might not be as high. So when it comes to that type of applicant, we can switch to a bank statement loan. And again, that's probably another episode. So for my self-employed borrowers, great. We can either look at your tax returns. If your reportable income isn't quite there, then we'll look at a bank statement loan.
That's great.
But, and then also, Sandi, the topic of credit score is a hot topic. That's really kind of the first level or first barrier to break through, because I know a lot of Americans out there, struggle with credit, and they know their credit's not very good. We all struggle with credit, but that's fine. The benefit, as you know, Sandi, of using a lender like me is I have credit repair software.
Yes.
So I can, get your application, review your credit, mm-hmm. and if it's your middle score is below that 620 mark, I can look at plug in your credit, plug it into my software, which is connected to 3 bureaus, and I can tell you step by step what to do. It doesn't mean pay the whole thing off, credit card balances or student loans. It's it might bring down balances type of a plan. Or you might need another credit card. A lot of people don't have revolving credit. Revolving credit's a good thing. So a lot of you that are listening out there, if you don't have a credit card, get one now and start using it, but pay it off every month. So that's a big topic, but I will not turn away anybody that can't get approved. If I can't approve you today or whenever you apply, I will let you know why and give you a plan, whether it's FICO score related, maybe it's your work history, or maybe you're saving a little bit, need to save a little bit more, that kind of thing. So I'm here to guide you through that process. Now, once you're approved, that topic comes up a lot. So Kelly, I'm approved. So how long does that last? Good question. So once you're approved, really the official answer is 90 days. And Sandi, you might know this, sometimes it takes 90 days to find a house out there.
Yes.
So if it goes longer than 90 days, don't stress out. Okay. All you have to do is keep paying your bills on time. Don't get excited because you're going to buy a house and open a credit card at a furniture store and start buying furniture in advance of filling the house. Don't do that. Don't open any new lines of credit. Don't go buy a new car. Don't start eating out all the time because you're being underwritten. You're being watched by underwriters.
Yes. Good point.
Today's the official answer, but it can be longer as long as you pay your bills on time.
Okay.
Don't open any new lines of credit. Okay.
Great advice. Yes.
Yes. So yes, it's really a lot of people come to me all the time. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get approved. It's a scary thing, etc. Guys, it's not that difficult. That's why I'm here. That's why Sandi's here. I can get you approved. I'll get you approved first, and then I will hand you off to Sandi. I will email her your approval letter so she knows how much house to show you. Okay. And really, while we're on that topic, that the people ask me all the time, well, how much house am I approved for? What does that look like? So how much house you're approved for is this. I figure out your gross monthly income, okay? Whether it's W-2 income, the self-employed folks, what 1099 folks. Once I figure out your gross monthly income, I start deducting car payments, student loans. If you have a personal loan, what's that monthly payment? And your minimum payment on your credit card. We don't care what the balance is. What's that minimum payment? Okay. Right. So once I deduct all those from your gross monthly income, that last number that's there of your income, it's called a DTI, or debt to income ratio. That number, in combination of how much money you put down, that's what tells me how much house you can afford. Okay. So if you're out there and you may have just paid off your car, don't go buy another one if you can help it. That's probably the biggest monthly debt is a car payment. Because if you don't have a car payment, that's going to increase your approval limit. Okay. After you close on the house, if you want to buy a car, great. You can buy it the day after you close on the house.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So I hope I covered everything. Is there anything, Sandi, that you think I may have missed?
No, but there's one question here.
Okay.
Question that came in was, once I apply for credit, how long does it take to get approved?
Good question. That's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. Your listener brought that up. So I can approve someone the same day they fill out an application. So to get approved, what it looks like is you fill out an online application. I would email you, and you put in all your information, name, date of birth, social, where you work, where you live, that kind of thing. And then you send me 2 years of W-2s or tax returns, last 30-day pay stubs. And once I get that from you as well, I put everything together like a puzzle, and I can issue a same day approval. So really it's kind of up to the buyer as how quickly they can get approved. So to answer your question, I can do it that day
Okay.
or, a couple of days. Just depends when they get everything to me.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well,
Yeah.
that's all the questions that we have come in. I think you've covered everything about how to get qualified for a loan, Kelly. Yeah, I appreciate what you do for my clients as well. So I know you're always there.
You got great clients, Sandy. I enjoy working with you. You're extremely a go-getter out there and fight for your clients on the listing side or the buying side. I enjoy working with you.
With your help.
I guess what's the next episode we're going to cover? Do you have that?
Well, the next episode are the types of loans that a buyer can have to go into this market with.
Yes. For those of you who are listening, please stay tuned for the next episode because we'll go into a little bit greater detail, the types of loans, what it takes, how much you need, credit score, because there's a couple ways to go about that. And I'm always going to show you if there's multiple options, the best choice to go. But yes, please stay tuned for the next episode as we'll cover the different types of loan programs.
Awesome. All right, guys. So smash the like button and follow for more. We'll see you soon.